Hello everyone, I'm GIZMO 161286 and welcome back to my 9th video. So we've got another one again for you today in the AMX 30 tier 9. This is going to be a fully kitted out version, whereas the video I did before was more I think it was literally stock. So just to kind of show the two differences. So sort of go along now just to show you that I obviously got every package unlocked now. Do have the 30B unlocked. Haven't played that yet because I've been trying to 2 mark or get up to 3 marks on this. So loadout, we went for optics just to increase that view range, loading time, and the vert stabs just to increase that accuracy. Kept the target in for 1 because it seems pretty beneficial for this one, for the how you sort of, well, the way that I play is got stay back a little bit. Extra food and just standard med kit, repair kit there. And as I'm actually trying to find the commanders right now. Again, force of habit going through the way that it was. There we go, separate tab. So the first 3 always are standard. I'm pretty sure everyone would agree on that. Is Born Leader, Loading Time, and Sixth Sense. They're pretty much standard for any tank, I'd say. Situation Awareness, again, help improve the optics. Snapshot, Steady Aim, just to, again, get that accuracy down for quick snapshots. Really quick, don't want that aim time. Silent driving, I really like the silent driving on this tank. It's a pretty mobile tank. It lets you get around the field, and especially on those bigger maps, if you're getting down to like the last couple, you can really get outspotted a little bit easier and just really try and get around and get some crossfire shots, and hopefully with the optics can outspot people as well then. Next one coming up is going to be Iron Mace. So the reason for the Iron Mace on using this one, it's not got really any armor. You're going to pretty much get penned by anything and everything. So you're not going to go find yourself brawling out in the middle of the field. You know, you want to keep that bit of a distance. It's not really a ridge fighter either, because I think the gun depression is about 6. I don't know, the game doesn't tell you. I think it's about 6. So just having that standard APCR is really nice. That rate, that sort of trajectory of fire is very similar to the KPZ. So having that, keeping that distance, getting those shots in is lovely. And just a run and gun again, just to help with the accuracy, because it is a very mobile tank. You sometimes are going to need to get out of dodge very quickly. So I just kept all of that accuracy down, just so I can really try and make all those shots count really. A couple other ones could be, again, clutch braking. If you are a very mobile person, could be really good. The off-road driving again, just to help with all that. Can be a bit slightly sluggish on the sort of traverse turning. Muffled shot might be the only one I'd really look to take for myself instead of the Iron Mace, just to kind of keep it down at that distance fighting. But again, I haven't really tried out much. Other camos, just to, if you wanted to get it down, combine it with the silent drive in, maybe take off one of the run and gun maybe for that. And track mechanics and stuff I never bother with, just for the pure fact that you get all the passive boosts and it's got the food, and yeah, I just never really bother with them. So that's my setup. And obviously googly eyes, you have to get the googly eyes on there. If you don't, are you even a tanker if there's no googly eyes on your tank? Okay, so getting to the game today, we are on Prok. Seems to be in nearly every video I put up is on Prok at the minute. Poor map rotation maybe, just saying. So we are top tier, and the first thing that I'm going to look to do is I want to get to that middle spot again, just to literally spot up what I can. Although we've got light tanks, and you will see that they do go off to do that spot, which is nice. But I want to get them myself and try and get the people who are crossing at the back, get some cheeky shots in early. Might even spot an artillery, who knows. Oh, sorry mate, didn't. That's probably me looking at my phone and honestly not realising I'm bumping into someone. So yeah, this tank, the AMX, I really like it. I'm pretty sure I've said that before, even in the other video that I did, which was coincidentally on Prok as well. I really like the reload speed. I think this is about 8 seconds, but it gets a really nice roll. I seem to get I think about 350. I don't know what the average is. probably rewind it and have a look. I don't ever really pay too much attention to all that. I just play a tank and try and get a feel for it really, and what I know, and just how it feels to me. So we've popped up to this ridge, and all that's spotted is these 2 light tanks. I'm getting targeted, and I'm a little bit like, I honestly do not want to stay sat up there with 2 arty, who I think are in the same platoon. I'm not going to bother with that. I don't want to try sitting up there trying to shoot light tanks, excuse me, running around like headless chickens. So my initial thought is fall back, and I want to get to the spot in, I think it's around about J8, something like that, because there's a couple of our tanks that have gone up, and now they're getting, and then I see that they're actually spotting up quite a few of their tanks. So I think, right, okay, there's 1 or 2 there. I still want to get to my spot because I want to get crossfire shots. Maybe I just, for whatever reason, couldn't spot them. Don't know. And then all of a sudden, all of their tanks literally just start popping up because they've all decided just to hit the hill. And you're like, okay, well, I literally might as well sit here. I'm out of their range. They're not going to spot me when I shoot. This is like literally shooting fish in a barrel. Got the AMX skill on, so I don't need to worry about how far away I am, especially with getting general side shots on them. And that trajectory on that APCR is lovely. You've hardly got to lead your rounds, and it's just going to keep eating and eating and eating away at those just coming down. I was genuinely shocked to see that, because very rarely, although you need tanks to hit the hill, very rare that the whole team decides to go and hit the hill. I know that when I very first sort of started playing, I used to think the hill was the be end and all. You need to get up the hill, it gives you that height advantage. And after watching people like Chopper streaming and a couple of other people sort of talk me through how this map, for a better way to play it out, the hill is not really the ideal place. The ideal place is in that middle bit, trying to spot up, get your hull down, tanks, and just try and pick away at there. It's quite a good. Prok is a really nice map for just sort of tactical play for that reason. As you can see, we have switched to heat now, just because they got so many tanks. There's quite a few tanks they've got that are really heavy armoured, and I don't really want to take the chance of them actually winning that hill, pushing down, and we're going to get absolutely wrecked if that happens. So getting spotted now because they're finally starting to push, and just backing up that little bit now, just so I've got the fire, just got the cover from artillery hopefully with that bridge. Switch back to the APCR, and I just sit behind this bush, and there should be shouldn't really be any chance where they can spot me up. Take 1 out, and we're up to over 4k already, just because they're in such a bad position. This is not how you want to play. I mean, if you see your whole team go there, then yeah, you kind of have to follow the side that's strong, because you're going to get wrecked either way. But this is not how you want to play this map. It is literally fish in a barrel. So it's pretty obvious what's going on. There's no need to really continue commentating on that. So I thought I'd talk about the tank a bit. I haven't gone down any other line, such as like the Leopard or any of the Russian lines, so I can't compare this tank to anything else along those lines. I was close to getting the Indian Panzer before 6.0, and then 6.0 happened, and because I was grinding for the Indian Panzer down the light tank line, I now have to grind out another 100 odd K for that. So yeah, thanks Wargaming. It's another 100k in that Spec Panzer Tier 7, which I'm not really a fan of that tank. I've not even played the Trailblazer or the Tiger Shark, just for that reason. I just don't really like it. So I have been told that the Leopard, the counterpart PTA for this is a lot better than the AMX 30. So if I've enjoyed this one so much, I can't wait to actually get onto the PTA, because they're just nice fun tanks. Mobile, you get around, you can just, it's kind of just like a bigger light tank really. That's how I find it. It's just that annoying little pest from the sidelines getting those side shots in. And I think that's why I really like it. Like say, it's one of the first tanks I've actively tried to sort of up and get marks on, which I was quite, I'm not an amazing player by any means, but I think it's about 110 games after getting the first mark and getting this top package finally to actively go out and get that second mark. It was quite a nice feeling actually to go and do that. So if you are sort of a Leopards or a sort of Leopard fan of that sort of tank, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this. People say it's not good, but I love it. I've never really had a bad game. Well, unless you count the time on Arctic region where I managed to kill myself in the first 20 seconds of the game. That was a bad game. That was a bad game. So yeah, come out with MVP on that one. So it's always nice to get MVP. Uh, yeah, for some reason the video didn't record all the post battle screenshots. So yep, 7,230 damage, 23 hits in the game. That was really nice to see. Obviously, like I say, this is a game where I finally unlocked the 30B. Not enough for a mastery, although I did manage to get a mastery on highway, but again, somehow didn't bother to save the game. High caliber, always nice to get a high caliber Confederate. I don't know what the marks were for that I had at the time for the 1 mark, and you can just see sort of how bad really their team did just looking at the. I mean, only 3 of their tanks got above 2,000 in a tier 9 game. It's quite poor. So don't hit the hill, at least not all in one big hit, because well, you've now seen what happens. So hopefully that's another video on Prok on kind of situational awareness, I guess, in noticing that there's nobody down that side, so let's try and go back. You don't, when you go to a spot, you don't have to stay in that spot. Go around, move around, see what else you can find out. It's all a learning curve for everyone, and I've only been able to sort of start to think like that just by watching, streamers like Swindle, Chopper, Petty, Turkey, all them sort of players, and then having the chance to also platoon up with some better players as well, like 70 Karma, and it's all things like that that help just to make you think, there is a different way, just to get those cogs in your brains going, like I try to get mine, unless it was on Arctic region and I killed myself in the first 20 seconds, then nothing can prepare you for that. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you all in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.